Gaming is full of iconic heroes, but their companions deserve as much praise, if not more. Alex from Half-Life, Ellie in The Last of Us, Garrus in Mass Effect, and so on have some of the best AI and will do everything they can to help you. Of course, not all AI is equal, and some can annoy you in various ways or cause your death in others. Let's look at 15 of the most annoying things that they do. Block your shots. In some shooters like Left 4 Dead, the AI is intelligent enough to move out of the way of your shots. In others, like the infamous Daikatana, your companions Superfly Johnson and Makiko will run in front of your shots. Friendly fire is also enabled, so they can take damage and fall amid their stupidity, which is probably their least annoying trait. Watch you die. Shiva in Resident Evil 5 seems pretty cool off the bat. Unfortunately, her assistance, especially in a game as focused on AI support as this, can leave much to be desired. The worst part is simply standing around and watching you die, but using all the ammo and health doesn't earn her much goodwill. Constantly die. Whether it's Dom in Gears of War or the survivors in Dead Rising, some companions have a propensity towards death, like some inner call that they can't ignore. Dom in the first Gears is a prime example, as you must continually go out of your way to revive him. Dead Rising is arguably worse, since you not only need to combat hordes of zombies to save a moronic survivor, but you pretty much have to go for a good score. Use turrets, kill nothing.
Move! Move, move! Fancy, up above!
The Marines and ODSTs in previous Halo titles were quite the company. If they got on turrets, the chances of hitting something weren't high. Interestingly, they're a lot better in Halo Infinite. Give them some sentinel beams and take them on a joyride to an enemy base and watch them laser everything down with a vengeance. Dangerous driving.
Colonel, sector's clear and we found some backup. Say again, Marine. I got drones overhead and Oni brass yelling in my ear.
Sadly, almost every Halo game suffers from the same terrible AI driving. You know the kind, where your erstwhile Marine or ODST will hop into the driver's seat and drive off a cliff, Thelma and Louise style, or run you over. It's hilarious the first time, and then infuriating afterwards. What's especially bad is that if you opt to drive in a Warthog, they'll use the turret and still prove ineffective. Once again, Halo Infinite somewhat addressed this, but it requires effort and you to take the wheel. Leave the party. An ideal companion sticks with you through thick and thin, so when they suddenly leave you, it's sad. Of course, video games recreate that feeling since your AI companions can split suddenly and without warning. Say goodbye, and if you gave them any good armor or weapons, they'll take those too, because why not? It's a reoccurring situation in many RPGs, but many thankfully have the foresight to not hold your hard-earned equipment hostage. Baffling movement speed. Several games have an NPC who wants you to walk and talk with them. Diablo 4 is one example. You'll often have to walk to keep pace. At least your AI party members will sprint and get on horseback when you do. However, some games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey have this annoying thing where the AI walks faster than your walking speed, but slower than your sprinting speed. It's this passive-aggressive back and forth, which would be funny if it weren't stupid. Get kidnapped. Ashley is a capable companion in the Resident Evil 4 remake, but unfortunately, she still gets kidnapped. You can't instruct her to stay in one place, so she's more prone than ever to abduction. Just go through all the other enemies trying to stop you and don't accidentally shoot her. Understandably, she would be a prime target, but it's stressful all the same. Constant escort. In one act of Diablo 4, you'll need to walk around with your companions and fight off enemies. The problem? They're slow, like inexplicably so. The other problem, if you try to get ahead and fight any enemies, they won't move and await your return. It's funnier when you split off to slay some mortars on the rooftops because they'll move along just fine. Too much talking.
Why are you so determined to get back to Newark?
New York. And because this place is insane.
Conversation with party members is nice, but sometimes your AI companions talk too much. Forspoken and Atomic Heart are good examples, as Cuff and Charles constantly banter back and forth with the protagonist to the point of exhaustion. The sad part, they're still more tolerable than Frey and P3, who have a near endless supply of bad lines. Unwanted advice. God of War and God of War Ragnarok are both incredible titles. However, their companions have a habit of giving you advice when you don't want it. Whether it's Freya telling you constantly to use your shield in a fight or just barking out orders, it can be a constant annoyance. A toggle for those who don't need it would have been nice. Spoiling puzzle solutions.
There's a broken door up to the left behind this crane. Maybe Tyr tried to escape. We should look.
Are you standing? That overflowing water is powering the crane. Clever.
However, perhaps even worse is when your AI companions spoil puzzle solutions. Atreus or Mimir will tell you several times what must be done instead of giving you time to figure things out. Interestingly, Aloy can often spoil the solutions to puzzles in Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Is it just a PlayStation exclusive thing? We may never know, but again, some option to disable such hints would be ideal. Breaking stealth. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain's AI companions are pretty good, assisting in various ways. However, the AI tends to go a little off the rails with other NPCs, like the operations to rescue the escaped children. Even if you tell them to stay out of sight, they'll break stealth, bringing enemies down on you. The fact that you need to do this same op 5 different times is all the more painful. Triggering traps. How often have you seen a companion in Fallout 4 or Skyrim run through a dungeon oblivious that it may have traps and go down, then get back up and do it again? If the answer is too many, there's a problem. It almost makes you want to travel solo to avoid the babysitting simulator. You think this won't happen in Starfield, but when Todd Howard called it Skyrim in space, perhaps that was a warning of what's to come. Block your path. Finally, perhaps the worst possible thing any AI companion can do is block your path, whether it's standing in front of a door or just hindering your movement in an area. Not only does it lead to frustration as you try fruitlessly to progress, but also death. Imagine trying to maneuver around, avoiding danger, and running into your companion, leading to a swift death. It would perhaps be faster to pick a game where this doesn't happen than all those it does. So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.